it's not to dragging anybody till they kneel. You gon' feel the burn so bad that your magic won't even heal. Pull the metal out, man, you cannot be for real. Got a fireball for anyone thinking they got balls of steel. Did you get that? I just say some lightning, then you get zapped. Mages wanna carry me, but I'm already sick. Bleh. See the fist of flame, trust that you don't want the impact. Hear my fire dragon war, now you call it lit rap. I don't care, I'll burn your house down till it disappeared. Open up the door and say, damn, is it hot in here or is it just me? Unafraid of enemies, but I would never go near Urza when she's on a murder spree. Nose a guild or get shouldered with the logo. Colder than it coming from Grey, that's my bro-mo. Lucy by my side, unlocking my full power, call it Dragon Force. Couldn't even keep up with me solo.
Yeah, you might think I'm barely on the scene, but everybody knows who's carrying the team. I've been ferrying that their embarrassment upon my wings, and if you're dragging it out of me, then I'm most scary that I've seen. Call me furry tail, call me blue, I ain't the worst off. Call me anytime if you a cutie and you're first off. Take it to your first stop, take your shirts off. If you got some vertigo, then try to curb it when the earth rocks. I can be a devil of your aircraft, I'm a blue angel with no airbags. That's the fair fact, show me where the flare's at. I can get you there fast, only time I take a seat is when I beat a chair's ass. It's a Chris, it's a kitty shit that I've been doing. I really hate to break it to you, but you might be stupid. What would life be like without pussy in the posse? Like another pause I need, so don't pause me.
Dreams that I was chasing, got what I wanted, no complaining. Yeah, I chose this, I'm devoted. Gonna show them that I'm more than just a pretty face. Just let me whip them into shape. Keys on my hip, you can't escape. No, I won't blow it, I won't blow it. Key to your heart ain't the only one I'm holding. Got it locked down, yeah, this gate's about to open. Hope you're ready, cause my spirit's going all in. About to leave you broken, might have your heart stolen. Cause I'm fucking adorable, mage in disguise. But I can do more than just wind up the guys. Got powerful friends with a turn of a key, they'll be by my side.
When they tried to bring heat to a beast that was stronger, you lack speed when I freeze, you're a goner. They try to beat me, but they flee, couldn't bother. Cause I'm a monster with little bit to no honor. I slaughter and I'm down, but I'm still in. I could be a villain, always tend to do things I almost never be willing. Don't mean to come across so cold, see I was different. You lost a couple of friends while I lost my entire village. Fight me, but stay cautious. When I unleash, leave the whole room frosted. And when they've got me, don't believe that we've lost it. They say I'm not weak, nah, they cannot stop this, and that's a promise. Couldn't interrupt as much as they want to. Never gonna give it, even if I know I got to. Cause they will know I'm in it to be winning this a lot. And I'll be fixing the name Team Grey, fuck Natsu.
Phantom Lord upgrade, now a fairy tale. And if you're looking at my grave, you'll be reading Braille. Yandere, what to make, I don't need bail. Feelings ain't fake, moving up the power scale. Part of me missing, I'm living in a cloud burst. Sacrificing all I got, cause I'm putting in first. Putting in work, giving into my thirst. Turn a drip to a slice of it, just gon' hurt. Unison raid, we taking out the fakes. Right on shotgun, take cover, take game. No shame for these mages I wanna play. You better think twice before speaking on my name. If I'm acting up, give me the punishment. And now you're done to fuck, cause I'ma keep it wet. Baby, grab the cuffs, I can be a pet. And I'll be the most loyal girl you ever met.
You coming at the guild, little nigga, that's a death wish. You don't wanna box, cause these squares will get checked quick. Iron Dragon lands give us the same setting when I make you bite the steel and fire in your belly. Ass bro, bent over, ass whooped in a battle. Take me 50 shades of grey to be stuck in anyone's shadow. My power's a colossus, dude, and your firepower lacking. When they meet the metal dragon, now these niggas metal dragon. The steel make y'all stop, ain't we're dying, y'all. I'll leave they jaw drop when it's cracked with iron bars. But when you ride out, beware that cab you in. Metallic all black with the shadow trim. Iron explode on a god, now you praying to a phantom lord. When the shrapnel leave him twisted like Iron Dragon raw. Ask Levy what it do with the iron rod. This fairy tale, don't fuck with the squad.
They be acting up, watch me shift the mode and make the battle tough. You moving like Hinata, but that shit ain't even rattle us. Master with the metal, I cast it into your temple. Then I send over your body like what, have you had enough? Next time, pick someone that is your own size. Treat you like the guild, you see points when the bird flies. Bitch, I be a specialist, I can do this with closed eyes. Flick of the wrist, let you know when it's showtime. Wait, hold up. What do you stand for? This metal got extendos like the way that I transform. They only seen red when I whip out the damn sword. No matter where you go, for the green I'ma crash. They ask me what my weapon do is send you to your funeral. If I pull the metal, I'll turn the shit to a musical. Leave you boxed up like you worked at a cubicle. Cash in the quest, you know the usual.
Levy's turn, I got a wave with words. Power up a storm, make a levy burst. So don't get me stirred. A girl that goes off if you let her. With the weather in my letters, make a deadly surge. Yeah. You don't get it? Let me spell it out for you. Magic with the pen and my reading scale force you soar through. So just give me the signal, I'll be there with a whole list full of runes simple. Got a good heart and you know I'm book smart. Only let the Geo hit it cause he always looks sharp. Walking dictionary, my vocabulary's off chart. Strong language, lines bite like dog barks. Flip the script and you'll be ripped to bits. You gon' miss this, I'm mystic with whips I spit. Translator with the different ancient scriptures. Spray 1,000 words and I'll paint a picture.
I got small fists and I use them to fight. Shy with a twist to assist with what's right. Support magic's packing a punch in the grand games and change drastic with moves from the sky. Deep breath, taste the air, I know when it'll pour. Rain and claw down on you, our guild is more. I can be kind in a class and seem tiny until I'm unleashing the sky dragon's roar. Body swap like it's nothing. 12-year-old, I'ma be something. this earth. And some of your hits on me and I'll back a burst.
Cat got your tongue. Looking for who makes you happy, then I'm not the one. If you need it to be sloppy, then I got it done. Cute as ball, but it's crafty, you can spot a hun. Transformational powers, I do as I please. You're barely a challenge, your crew is in need. I know your next move, take the chance you complete. Or bow at my feet as I strive and exceed. I am not a child, you won't like it if I'm riled. Not too excited, I be mild. But in a battle, I get wild. Cause I am on the prowl. That is how I style. Don't ask to show a smile. Need some tea, I want it, yeah.
If you smell what I'm cooking, don't you step to my clan. Everybody knows that I'm the most electrifying man. The people's champion, bringing power throughout the land. That'll lay this macadamia for all of your candy yams. An Avenger, you getting what you asking for. Mjolnir, why a peasant trying to match with Thor? When I up orbs, there won't be a back and forth. Cause everybody catches static when my dragon roar. Anything that you can do, I can do effortless. I could be the number one man in your regiment. All of your kings you serve can get dethroned. They are clone of my shadow like Mephiles. Come and take a step into my thunder palace. I will be the one to truly let you in. If we hopping in the battle, let's rock and roll. But I'm sure that you know that the best will win.
Stepping up to me, get a taste of the guild. Victory is too sweet, now I'm hungry for real. Now you mess with my team, no, we come with a deal. You're looking quite winded, cause I burned out a meal. Look, I got my babies with me, they woke up and chose violent. Can't help it, cause a monster soul is inside of them. Every tell the truth, the ops, you can lie with them. Boy, I'm trigger happy, don't you know I'm too fly for them. Yeah, I'm too fly with it, put them to the sky with it. Try to ride the waves so they dive in it. Time to take the tides as he rides with it. Try to take control like we fine with it. Look into my iris, look at who you fighting. Now you can't see me, cause now they frightened. A big show, no way you can't beat me. They look excited, crumble or I fire a big ping. White shocking mask off, it's always a big thing.
All you blue Pegasus, no managed cause I'm over it. This is real magic, pure damage, no clovers. Kids running different sets to check if they were running it. Everywhere I go, they're upset with how I'm sunning it. Ain't number one, well that's what who said. Now was it you, yeah, man still upset cause I abused it. Hit you with some magic that I haven't even used yet. The magic that I carry, patch my hammers in a tool shed. Thunder on guard, tried, run it. Straight to the top like eyes on it. Absolute shadow, how I fight onyx. Runic little words, yeah, you better get the hearse, I know. And I swear on God, I'll make my stand. When I treat you like the quick flip with the back of my hand, yeah.
Full of pride, I entrenched with every stride. If I catch you mean mugging, I'ma hit him with the stone eye. I can't help how I glide, leave them all seeing double, but I'm the one with the four eyes. Swift tongue, I ain't gotta tell you no lies. Every word spoken got a dab of enchantment, while the rest of you dabbling. Yeah, I'm busy just casting, and I might say, damn, man, I'm looking fantastic. Don't take the view for granted, just one glance, leave you petrified like some beautiful granite. Baby, I got the magic, got bombs for the mic, don't let me ignite. Have your full body take flight. It's a fairy bonanza, leave him shook like a dancer. And the pen so light, I could rewrite it twice till I freed up the stanzas. Nah, that's an enhancement.
Mira, mira, look, they heart chico shook. Not just a model of good nature, our model looks. Was on the wings of rebellion, now I fly high. Like Mary Jane, but my speed in the sky high. When I dispatch, I press, do I suppress and let you ingest? Darkness light, but I deflect, need to come correct, it's a takeover. Death can change your life and make you makeover. Oh, look at the clock, demon time. Souls unlocked, these are mine. I can shield you from this heathen or this bloodline. A devil's advocate, transformed to do my bidding. And Satan's soul think I play fair, you must be kidding. I'm your true Majin Buu. Material waifu, I'm always next to you. Mess with my family or friends, you could try. But I'm the protector, so you can come and die.
I hope you ready for the takeover. I'm going 8 told you motherfuckers out here getting chipped like we play poker. Fuck with my MJ, you better remain sober. She got her props and I'm hot to the gate owner. You talk like you tough, I don't give a damn. I'm well suited for this, it's just business, fam. Got a beast in my soul, I'm the biggest man. Ain't no tip in the scale, I'm the lizard man. Got a problem to give you a hand. Just bear with me, it's all in the plan. Better chill when you talk to this man. And I'm armed to the teeth when protecting the fam. Evergreen make me hard from a look, see. Got that body, I'm probably just hook, see. Wanna slide over side of her nookie, I'm people with an elf in my snappy.
Ayo! Hello, Fantastics. It's Mr.Clintastik here with a Streets of New Capenna set review. Yes, it's about that time. The paper release has already occurred for pre-release, so I hope you guys had opportunity to go and enjoy that. But we're still waiting on our digital release, and as such, I'm going to go on and do a set review for limited. And when I say limited, I should say specifically draft, because that's what I do primarily. I might put little tidbits about other formats in here and there, about standard and historic or whatnot. But mostly my entire review is going to be based on the limited format. If you enjoy my content, please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so that you know when I go live in the future. Alright, so we got a bunch of multicolored spells. I'm just gonna get started. Alright, first off we have Rafine Scheming Seer, a white, blue, and black spell. Legendary creature Sphinx Demon. It's mythic. It has flying and ward 1. Ward meaning that it takes that much mana, X amount of mana to interact with that spell. Whenever you attack, a target attacking creature connives for X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. So connive seems to mean draw X cards, then discard X cards, and put a 1/1 counter on that creature for each non-land card discarded that way. That's interesting. And it's a 1/4. Off top, I'm not like super excited for it, right? It's a 1/4. It's a 3-drop 1/4, and it's white, black, and blue. Now I totally get that we're gonna have our white, black, and blue lands or whatnot. For limited, I'm not too impressed. I mean, it might be cool. A lot of these multicolored card spells, especially when you get into the 3 colors, it's gonna really depend on how synergistic those 3 colors are in limited for me to really rate this highly. So if I had to put this on like a 1 to 5 scale, that's probably what I'm gonna develop for now. I know people rank like I know a lot of people do like A's and F's and D's and stuff. I'm just gonna do like 1 out of 5, like 1 being crappy, 5 being great. And I'm just gonna say this is like in the middle for me. It's playable, but I don't see it like winning me a game at all. And so throughout the season, I'm gonna do my best to either weekly or bi-weekly update what I think about a lot of the cards or whatnot if they need to be updated. But Rafine, not really impressed. Gives you some card value, but I'd be happy if that card value kind of pumped it up to a certain degree. Alright, next we have Lord Xander the Collector. It's 7 mana for generic blue, black, and red. Make sure I have that right. Legendary creature, vampire, demon, noble. It's mythic. Whenever Lord Xander the Collector enters the battlefield, target opponent discards half the cards in their hand, rounded down. Whenever Lord Xander attacks, defending player mills half their library, rounded down. Whenever Lord Xander dies, target opponent sacrifices half the non-land permanents they control, rounded down. Okay, so Lord Xander has some abilities that's pretty fire. And he's a 6/6. So I'm happy with this all around. The mana cost is kind of pricey, especially for the limited format. 7 mana for generic blue, black, and red. But if you can get there, like, yeah, Lord Xander's really high up for me because he's gonna win you the game. He's gonna get rid of half their hand if they have a hand left. Who knows? Because 7 mana. But when he attacks, they mill half their library. That in itself is pretty strong. And the fact that he's a 6/6 is pretty strong. And then when he dies, opponents sacrifice half the non-land permanents they control, rounded down. Like, I gotta put this at a 4. Lord Xander is really high up for me to the point where I kind of want to retroactively go back and say that Rafine is a 2. I'm sorry. Like, if Lord Xander is the next stage of evolution, like, Rafine Scheming Seer goes down to a 2 for me. I would pick this, like, and depending on what else I see, Lord Xander might go up. I don't want to just give it a 5. I don't want to say it's like, oh, just first pickable. I got to see what else is out there, but I think that card's pretty high up. And y'all gonna have to bear with me as I get a bearing for my rating system, because I think it's gonna really shift and adjust as the draft format shifts and adjusts. So I'm really just doing my best to give y'all my first impressions and then kind of keep some notes for myself. Alright, next we have Zeatora the Incinerator. A 6 mana, 3 generic, black, red, green, Jun. Legendary creature, demon, dragon, mythic. Y'all can see it. All right. It has flying. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, Zeatora the Incinerator deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target, and you create 3 treasure tokens. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I like Zeatora. I'm having the same impression that I have with Lord Xander, where I kind of just want to give it a 4 automatically, and I'm thinking it might go up. It's a flying 6/6 for 6, which is fine. You know, if it had trample or something, it would be great, or haste because it has red. But regardless, at the beginning of your end step, you can sack another one of your chumps, one of your do nothing cards, one of your creatures that got enchanted by something, and deal that damage right to their face. Ooh, yeah. I think like those are game-winning cards in my opinion. And so right now, Zeatora is gonna get a 4 from me. Next, we have Jetmir, Nexus of Revels. 4 mana, 1 generic, a red, green, and a white. What are those called? Naya colors. Legendary creature, Cat Demon. There you go. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and have vigilance as long as you control 3 or more creatures. Creatures you control also get +1/+0 and have trample as long as you control 6 or more creatures. Creatures you control also get +1/+0 and have double strike as long as you control 9 or more creatures. It's a 5/4. Jetmir does not excite me at all. No kind of evasion. Like, and there's so many ifs to Jetmir. If you have this, if you have this, if you have this, and this is something like this is very niche, very niche. Big brain players can pick it up and be like, oh, I can get 9 creatures on unlimited, no problem. Me, I'm just a regular dude. I can't do that. Honestly, Jetmir, and for the mana cost and everything, I'm looking at it like, it's kind of where Rafine is, like 2, looking like it's going to go down for me. Oh, goodness. I'm sure a lot of people's going to like Jetmir, but I do not like Jetmir. And for the people watching today, it's not that I'm not acknowledging anyone. I'm really just trying to power through the review so I can jam a draft today as well. So I am seeing the comments, and I do appreciate all the comments and everything, and we will catch up at some point, but I'm doing my best to jet through the review. So next we have Falco, Sparrow, Pack Weaver. It's 4 mana, 1 generic, green, white, and blue. Vant colors. Legendary creature, Bird Demon. Mythic with flying and trample. I like flying and trample. Falco, Sparrow, Pack Weaver enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. Shield counters is a new keyword where it's a counter that I think if the creature would die, you remove the shield counter instead. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast spells from the top of your library by removing a counter. Let's see. Excuse me. You may cast spells from the top of your library by removing a counter from a creature you control in addition to paying their other costs. It's a 3/3. Okay, I like this. I think this is, like, I would give this a 3 off the top. It doesn't immediately excite me as much as the other spells that I got hyped for, Lord Xander and Zeatora, but like flying and trample is really cool. You know, you pump through something or you're just bashing face, then it gives you that advantage of looking at the top of your library, and then you may cast spells from the top of your library by removing a counter from a creature. Now, I haven't had a lot of luck in Kamigawa Neon Dynasty with the modified mechanic, so I don't know if that's going to be good for me. I don't know. I just didn't get a chance to really enjoy it. But for people that do have those counters on their creatures, that's going to be great. And say you have instants in your deck. Boom, I can look at the top of my deck at any time. I can remove a counter from my creature. I could interact. This could be really good. So for me, Falco's really like a 3, maybe like a 3.5. I don't think I'm not rating it as high as the other two just yet, but this could always change as the season continues. Next we have Tola's Clever Conductor. 3 mana, a white-blue hybrid. Is that how you say it? Is it white-blue hybrid land? A blue and a blue-black hybrid land. When Tola is a legendary creature, human rogue, rare. When Tola's Clever Conductor enters the battlefield, it connives. I've mentioned what connive is. It's draw a card, discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So just keep that in mind throughout the draft. Connive and shield counters. I'm probably not going to continue to repeat them. Whenever you discard one or more cards, exile them from your graveyard. When Tola's dies, put the cards exiled with it into the owner's hand. It's a 3/1. Ugh. Gross. Ugh. I don't like. It's a 3/1 with no evasion. It can potentially get you card advantage, or potentially exile cards out the game. And thank you everyone for pulling up. Just like I told everyone else, I really appreciate all the comments today, but I'm doing my best to power through the review. But any thoughts and ideas, you can just leave them in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So for me, Tola's is pretty low. I rated a 1. I can't even respect it enough to say that it's as good as Rafine or anything, or Jetmir. It's just not good to me. Like, I play this, say I start losing things, and then it dies, and those cards are gone forever. Alright. Next we have, and guys, help me keep sure that everyone can see the visuals. I'm doing my best here to make sure those are appropriate. I could probably, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have Evelyn the Covetous. 5 mana, 2 generic, a blue-black hybrid, a black and a black-red hybrid, legendary creature, vampire rogue, rare, with flash. I like flash. When Evelyn the Covetous or another vampire ETB is under your control, exile the top card of each player's library with a collection counter on it. That's a new keyword. I don't think that's ever been in MTG either. So we have collection, shield counters, and connive. Cool. Once each turn, you may play a card from exile with a collection counter on it if it was exiled by an ability you controlled, and you may spend mana as though it were any color to cast it. It's a 2/5. Huh. Okay. Huh. This is pretty interesting, right? So this isn't my normal go-to spell in limited. Like I mentioned a moment ago, I like that it has flash, but at the same time, it doesn't have any other evasion than that. Now, if this was only a one-time ability, like it ETBs and it does it one time where you can exile the top of each player. So this is your library too, so there's slight card advantage for you. Now this has to stay on the battlefield, cool, but it does give you that card advantage. And then if you play more vampires, you get even more advantage. I kind of like that. I like that a lot. And it's only 5 mana, which isn't too bad. I think on its own, it's probably like at least a 3, but if you get it into like a vampire deck, you're going with like a 3.5 to maybe a 4 on that. In my opinion, it might even go higher depending on how many freaking vampires we get. Like if you get a deck with a lot of vampires, my goodness, you're gonna take over the game. And honestly, this is probably gonna go in like vampire EDH decks or yeah, like commander builds and whatnot. I could see that being a thing. All right. Next we have Agnes the Dragon's Lash. 4 mana, 1 generic, a black red hybrid, a red and a red green hybrid. Legendary creature, Viashino Warrior, rare, has haste. Haste is relevant. When a creature you control with haste attacks, create a tap creature token. It's a 3/3. Okay, I mean, I'm not picking this first. I'm sure some people will, but I'm not gonna pick it first. I like that it creates a treasure. I just don't really like that. Um, it's only a 3/3. It doesn't have Death Touch. It doesn't have any kind of evasion. I need a way to pump through, like, and then it creates a tapped treasure token. This is a essentially could be a mono red card. So it's not like, okay, I gotta be too concerned with the actual mana of the card. But it's not impressive to me. Honestly, I think Jetmir's better. I might have to rate this pretty low. Being a 4-drop 3/3 with haste. I'll give it a 2. I respect the card to a degree. I feel like it's playable. Like, I feel like a 1 is almost unplayable. Like Tola's. Let me know if you're going to play Tola's. Anybody. This sounds like a name from down south. Jenny Faye. Jenny Faye, Jetmir's second. 3 mana. A red-green hybrid, a green, and a white-green hybrid. She's a legendary creature, elf druid. If you would create 1 or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cat creature tokens with haste, or that many 3/1 green dog creature tokens with vigilance. It's a 3/3. Okay, 3/3 for 3 is fine. And then you can turn your treasure tokens into creatures? That don't sound bad to me. I like Jenny Faye. Just as a 3/3 for 3, I don't think it's bad. And then if you're making tokens, you make that many? Yeah. Jenny, I gotta give her 3.5 because I think she needs support. But I think if you support her just making any kind of tokens, like generically, and this could be mono green too. You can play Jenny Faye green, green, green. You don't have to play her as red or white. Or you can play her as, yeah, right? Well, I guess maybe that would give a reason to run Agnes, Jenny Faye. I really would like Agnes to be good. I just don't think Agnes is going to be good. Just gut feelings. But yeah, I'm going to give Jenny Faye a 3.5 off top. And if Jenny Faye gets some more, if Jenny Faye has enough support, could easily go to 4 or above. Or at least 3.75. All right. Next we have Rigo, Streetwise Mentor. Green-white generic, white and white-blue generic. Legendary creature cat citizen. Rigo Streetwise Mentor enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. I've mentioned what shield counters do. It gives like a turn of protection if it was to be destroyed, but it doesn't get you around being exiled. Like, it's not like a full protection. Whenever you attack a player or planeswalker with 1 or more creatures with power 1 or less, draw a card. 3-drop 2/2. Rigo makes my nose turn up. Like, just saying 3-drop 2/2 with that ability. Now, I know it gives card advantage, perhaps. But it's only going to give you, like, maybe 1 card a turn. And the creature has to be so weak. It has to be power 1 or less. Yeah, I'm giving Rigo right now a 1. Now, I could be wrong. Rigo could, I'll give it a 1.5. Rigo could show up on me and show out, but I don't think so. I don't think Rigo's going to be good and limited. 3-drop 2/2. I can just blow that away. I don't care about that. Alright. Next we have Obscura Ascendancy. White, blue, black. 3 mana. Enchantment. Whenever you cast a spell, if its mana value is equal to 1 plus the number of soul counters on Obscura Ascendancy, put a soul counter on Obscura Ascendancy, then create a 2/2 white spirit creature token with flying. As long as there are 5 or more soul counters on Obscura Ascendancy, spirits you control get +3/+3. Man, I would want this to be cool, right? I would love to make tokens with this and just run away with the game. But I don't think that's going to happen. You play this for 3, right? And say you don't get this on turn 3. The card is sick. The card is cool. But for me, it takes big brain mathematics to make the card work in limited. I don't even know what format you'd want to play it. Because the equal to 1 plus a number of soul counters on it, somebody can pull it off. I don't know if I can. So I got to give this a 1 because it's not removing anything. It's not bringing anything to the board. Honestly, in limited, this might be a 0. I'm going to give it a 0.5. I have to. It just doesn't do enough off bat. Now, it could be a 0.5 or it could be an absolute bomb. We have to wait and see. Your mom, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, Obscura Ascendancy has to get a 0.5. I can't respect that card with it not doing anything to the board. Alright. Next we have Maestro's Ascendancy. 3 mana, blue, black, red, Grixis colors. Enchantment. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery from your graveyard by sacrificing a creature in addition to paying its other costs. If a spell cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Yeah, this is kind of where Obscura Ascendancy is for me. For limited, it's just not doing anything. And if it's not doing anything, it really takes somebody to play around it, and that's just a little too much. I don't want to give cards 0s, but if I was to give cards 0s, I think these Ascendancies would be 0s at this point. I'm giving them 0.5 just because I don't want to completely disrespect the card. But yeah, they're not looking too great. Next we have Riveteers Ascendancy. 3 generic, black, red, green. 3 mana, black, red, green, enchantment. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, you may return target creature card with lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Do this only once each turn. Now, I think this is better than the other 2 Ascendancies in a nutshell, to a degree. In limited, I don't know. I can't evaluate it without knowing if we have proper sacrifice synergies going on. So, yeah, I guess all of the Ascendancies are going to end up being like 0.5s. I do indeed play Paper Magic. I play a little bit of Commander, but I mostly focus on Arena. But yeah, Riveteers Ascendancy, even though I think it's good and it's in Jund colors, I think I got to give it a 0.5 with the other 2. Just because it does nothing immediately, but it might have some synergy. I think it could go up. I'm going to have to see how the format plays out. I'm loving these names. They're being really creative with a few of these names. Y'all, I'm sorry. My little pup, come on. He's being a little needy today. Alright, we have Cabaret Ascendancy, 3 mana, a red, green, and a white enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature or a planeswalker card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it in the bottom of your library. Nope. I don't even know if I'm gonna click on the next one. My goodness, these are not impressive. These are not impressive 3-drop enchantments for limited. Yeah, it could be the best one for limited. Get your card value, but I mean, look at these mana costs. They're not friendly. There's a chance you might not even hit it on curve, so that's already a problem. Next, we have Broker's Ascendancy. 3 mana, green, white, blue, Bant colors. Enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker you control. Oh, now this does something. Right. Broker's Ascendancy is pretty nice. I mean, at the beginning of your end step, that's every turn, you're just putting counters on all of your creatures. All of your creatures, not one. All of your creatures. This is going to go in any token strat. This will make you want to play a token strat. By itself, I mean, if you have an empty board, like Broken Ascendancy, if you have a empty board, it's garbage. It's boo-boo, just like the other ones. So I'm not gonna overrate it, but I think it's close to being a build around. Just offhandedly, I'm gonna give it a 2. It's not gonna immediately win you the game by itself, but I think it's better than the other ones offhand. All right, so we're done with all the ascendancies. I was tired of saying those words. And I'm gonna continue with the multicolor spells. I don't know. I usually use Mythic Spoiler to go over the cards, but for some reason there's still some that's kind of mixed together. So I'm just going to have to find them as I go. I'm just going to continue with the multicolor spells and then go into specific colors. So, yeah, we'll continue with the multicolor spells. Next we have Hostile Takeover. It's 5 mana, 2 generic, blue, black, red, sorcery. Up to 1 target creature has base power and toughness 1/1 until end of turn. Up to 1 other target creature has base power and toughness 4/4 until end of turn. Then Hostile Takeover deals 3 damage to each creature. So basically a 5 mana, it's not a board wipe. Kinda. I don't like it. I mean, 5 mana to deal, if it dealt 5 damage to each creature on the board, boom. But 5 mana to deal 3 damage, because that's what I think is important. I don't think that's enough. And I don't think the other 2 abilities are quite enough either. I'm going to give this a 1. I don't know how often, if I'll ever play it. I think that's what 1 and below is for me. It's not that it's unplayable for everyone. It's it's not necessarily playable for me. You have to consider it from my perspective, from how I draft and whatnot. And like I said, I'm going to do my best to continue to do these reviews as the format goes on, especially when I see what other people are doing, because I can rate them differently based on how successful other people are as well. Next we have Fleetfoot Dancer, 4 mana, 1 generic, a red, green, and a white. Naya colors. Creature, elf, druid, rare. Trample, lifelink, haste for 4. What? Yes. That's nice. That's nice. Fleetfoot Dancer. Okay. By itself, it's amazing. It's I gotta give it a 4 to a 4.5. This might be a 5. Flying, haste, light. Wait, no flying. Just trample, lifelink, and haste. Yeah, it'll get a 4. I thought it was flying too, but trample, lifelink, haste. That's a winner in my book, and it could go up based on how fast the format is. What? I love that. I just love that. You know what? I'm giving it a 4.5. I'm saying I love that a little too much. It's too fun. Then it's not legendary either, so you just get multiple of these. Get out of here. Fleetfoot Dancer is going to be fun. Next we have Void Rend, a white, blue, black instant. Can't be countered. Destroy target non-land permanent. I mean, what can I say? That's an automatic 4. The fact, and it would be a 5 if it wasn't freaking 3 colors. But that's kind of the theme of this set is, 3 color spells. Just destroy anything. Destroy non-land permanent. That's anything. And depending on how powerful white, blue, black is, this could go up at any time. Next we have Maestro's Diabolist or Diabolist. Hope y'all can. There we go. 3 mana, blue, black, red, Grixis colors, creature, vampire, warrior, rare, death touch, and haste. I like that. Whenever it attacks, if you don't control a devil token, create a tapped and attacking 1/1 devil creature token with, when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. It's a 1/4. I'll give it a 2.5, and I'm giving it a 2.5 simply off the fact that it does have Death Touch and Haste and makes you a token. So I don't think it's the absolute worst, but I don't think it's going to be winning you any games. For you to for the card to get like a 3 or above from me, that card has to get into the realm of, oh yeah, I'm about to win you some games. So this card is fine, but I don't think it's going to win you any games in Limited. Next we have Zeatora's Envoy. 4 mana, 1 generic, black, red, green. Another Jund spell. Creature, Viashino Warrior, has trample. We're going to have to really be on the lookout for these keywords like trample, death touch, lifelink. Like, if that's what's there, people are going to utilize that to the fullest. So you'll be sitting there thinking you're about to survive a turn. They trample over you with some extra damage, boom, you're gone. Anyway, whenever Zeatora's Envoy deals combat damage to a player, look at the top card of your library. When you may play a land from the top of your library or cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the damage dealt from the top of your library without paying its mana cost. If you don't, put that card into your hand. Okay. I had to they're giving us freaking encyclopedia chapters on these cards. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, look at the top card of your library. You may play a land from the top of your library or cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the damage, which is 5 initially, from the top of your library without paying its mana cost. If you don't, put that card into your hand. That for 4 mana, that's really sweet, and it also has Blitz. I haven't mentioned Blitz yet. Does it give me what Blitz does? I need to know what Blitz does. Alright, Blitz is a new MTG mechanic introduced with Streets of New Capenna, and it's closely tied to the Riveteers family. Blitz is an alternative cost that can appear on creatures. If a creature has Blitz, you can cast it for its regular or for its Blitz cost. If you use the Blitz cost, that creature gets haste, and when this creature dies, draw a card. Wow! It doesn't stop there. At the beginning of the next end step, you'll have to sacrifice it. Why do they say it doesn't stop there? I don't want to do that. I wish it did stop there. That's not good. Okay. That's good to know. So back to the review. So you can cast this for 5 to give it haste as well and sacrifice it in the turn. That card's great. This card's really good. Yeah, it gets a 4.5. This card can win you some games. It's a 4 mana 5/4 with trample and potential haste with card value. Like, this might go up to a 4.75, maybe even a 5. That card's fantastic. All right. Next we have Incandescent Aria. 3 mana, red, green, and white. It's a sorcery. Deals 3 damage to each non-token creature. See, this is already better than the one that for 5 mana dealt 3 damage to each creature. But this is non-token specifically. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to play out. Do I trust it? No. I don't trust it. If I'm already in Naya colors, I might give it a chance. I'm going to give it a 2.75. I really just got to see how these colors are going to play out. That's going to be a determinant in this limited format. A big one. I'll go over the lands later. Next we have Obscura Interceptor. 4 mana, 1 generic, white, blue, black, Esper colors. Creature, Cephalid Wizard, rare, flash, lifelink. Okay. When it ETBs, it connives. When it connives this way, up to 1 target spell, return up to 1 target spell to its owner's hand. Okay. Okay, and it's a 3/1. So this is a flash lifelinker that can draw you a card, discard your card, put a counter on itself, and bounce a creature. That's a lot of stuff. That's pretty sweet. Like, I would run multiples of those. I mean, I wish it was 3 mana. I do. But the fact that it bounces back to hand, I think is very relevant. And it can come in as a 4/2 instead of a 3/1. So, is it going to win you the game? I don't know. But I'll respect this card enough to put it at 3. I'll put it at a 3. I think it's on up there. Like, it's something I would consider drafting as a kind of like a pseudo removal spell. Next we have Unleash the Inferno. 1 generic, black, red, green. Instant. Unleash the Inferno deals 7 damage to target creature or planeswalker. When it deals excess damage this way, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls with a mana value less than or equal to the amount of excess damage. No, thank you. Like, 4 mana to deal. Well,